I'm going to make the assumption that if you're watching this video and you watch our videos on this channel, that you're interested in audio and home theater. And by rights, if you're interested in those things, you're probably a music fan. Otherwise, why would you be interested in the equipment, right? Now, I'm a massive music fan. Part of the reason that I got into this industry in the first place was my love of music. I've played instruments over the years in a very amateur fashion. Music is really central to my life in all aspects. Music is involved in my work. Music is involved in my personal life. And, a big part of my typical year is attending live concerts. I love nothing more than to surround myself with a crowd of, enthusiasts and people who love a particular group or band and go and see them live. And, typically in a typical year, I'd be doing this, once, twice a month at least, whenever I've got time and whenever I can get to, a group that I'm interested in. Now, during this awfully strange and crazy year, that's been cut off for the most part to me and almost everyone else. Getting in a large venue with hundreds of other people, if not thousands of other people, to watch a great performance from a band, that's just not allowed. That's not happening. And I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to go through some withdrawal. Obviously, number one is not being able to gather with friends and family like you'd want to and go out places and have social evenings and all of those things. Yes, music maybe is second to that, or going to concerts, but still, it's been really hard on me, and I suspect that many of you feel the same way. Now, there thankfully have been some outlets out there so that I can still get my music fix. And really, I want to hear from you what you've been doing. I'm going to go through a couple of things that I've been doing to try and satisfy that craving and, keep me from going completely nuts without having access to live music. One of the things, it's a very simple one. If you've got, live concerts or live recordings of your favorite artists on CD or LP or whatever, putting them on can, on a good system, you feel like you're with a good recording in the venue. You can hear some crowd noise. It's obviously no substitute for a live concert. Really, nothing is, being in person, but, it is something that you can do. And tied in with that, I've been diving into my, backlog of concert DVDs and Blu-rays that I have. And, I, like many of you probably, you pick these things up over the years and you watch part of them because you don't have time, and then they go on the shelf and you don't ever get back to finishing them. Or you've got a favorite concert that you watch over and over again. But, on a good home theater system with a good television or a good display, it can be really, really enveloping and amazing. And again, it's not like, sitting in a crowd of people and rocking out to your favorite band or whoever. But it's, it's one of the ways that I've tried to satisfy that craving for live music. Now, the final thing, and I implore you, artists of all types are really hit and hurt badly. Anybody that depends on their livelihood, depends on, live performance, they're really, really getting hurt badly. And as we know, many bars and restaurants are closed, venues are closed, there's limits on number of people that can gather. And so a lot of artists of all kinds, not just musicians, have found new and engaging creative outlets so that, they can continue to do their work. Musicians in particular have really, really picked this up. Some are going through the most creative periods of their careers right now because, they're shut in or locked down, and they're concentrating and focusing fully on their art. Now, many of them are doing live streams. And what I've found very, very cool about this is that not only it gives you, a hint of live music without actually being there, it gives you some, close back and forth with, your favorite musicians. And that's really interesting. I have been a huge fan in particular of artists that seem to be engaging personally or on a personal level, either through their social media or when they're doing these live stream concerts. Many of them are from their own homes, and it's fascinating to see the setups. I mean, some of these musicians have got entire massive professional studios, as you might expect, in their homes. Others have fairly modest surroundings without, a lot of fancy equipment. And, maybe the audio quality isn't up to a level of a professional, Blu-ray concert DVD or whatever. But they can be really, really amazing. I just wanted to give one shout out. And I'm not singling them out because, I'm trying to, pander to them, but I've been for many, many years a massive fan of the jazz bassist Ron Carter. I had the pleasure of seeing him about 18 years ago at the Blue Note in New York City. And he's been doing an absolutely phenomenal job with concerts, it seems almost weekly. He's engaging a lot with his fans. He's even offered to do something where you can send him things and he'll sign them for you and send them back. The engagement is really, really cool, and I'm loving that. I really need that, and I suggest to you that if you have got a favorite artist that you really, really love, check out their website, check out their social media, see what they're doing. I know that as I'm filming this, we're coming up next week is Christmas, and then of course New Year's after that. Many, many artists are doing special performances during the holidays or just before the holidays. And whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever it happens to be, and you just want to settle in with some good music, check out what your artists, friends, and musicians are doing. It's really important to support them. And you know what? I think it's good for you. People say music soothes the savage beast and it's good for the soul. And that's absolutely, absolutely true. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a great holiday season.